BRB Blazer.
We jump into the next guy, though. This guy kind of lands into probably the best situation. Maybe not the most talented guy, still pretty good, but you got Cam Akers from FSU. He's going to take over that Gurley role, it seems like, in Los Angeles for the Rams. So like I said, maybe not the most talented player of the running back class, but ultimately probably lands in the best situation, clear out the gates for him, to potentially be the workhorse guy here. I mean, they have Darrell Henderson, but I think he's more of like that scat back kind of trick play kind of guy. This could be a guy where, he is seeing, 18 to 20 carries a game or 20 touches a game.
Yeah. I mean, great landing spot for him, for sure. So I looked up 130 O-lines. Florida State was in the bottom 5. So they were 125 or worse 2 of the 3 years that he was in college, and he still averaged 5 yards a carry. And like we said last time, broke Dalvin Cook's rookie rushing record or rookie freshman rushing record, whatever. And like we said, he was the only player drafted this past season out of Florida State. So he was literally the only thing they had going for him on, I guess, both sides of the ball. It's crazy that how far they've fallen from like Jameis and Dalvin Cook and Devontae Freeman. Like, I mean, even Auden Tate was getting drafted. Like, these guys he was the only guy.
Yeah.
And a good stat I did find, he broke 78 broken tackles just this past season, which was, they said, equivalent to like a Marshawn Lynch when he was in college. So even though he wasn't getting good protection as far as, or like run protection, he was still breaking tackles and making the most. So that could be a bad thing, like some are saying he could be scarred with a bad offensive line. But, I mean, he's walking into something better. It's hard to get worse than where he was at. So, I mean, I like him. I've liked him. But hopefully it works out for him. He can be in a better offensive line. And, hopefully he can take that job because I like his game, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, even if he does start out the 2, let's just say to season start, he has the quickest path to get to the 1 in that offense.
Yeah.
And that might just be where it's like a veteran thing, week 1, potentially Henderson and Brown getting the start. But like over the last 3 we just talked about, he has the clearest path to being the starter in that offense.
Which is what you
want.
The
quickest, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in redraft leagues, I don't think he gets out of the 3rd round. I mean, if he falls, I don't know what the ADPs are yet, but, if he's...
I can look.
I would argue, he should go in the first 3 rounds, because he is taking over that Gurley role. Should see a pretty good workload. Like I said, maybe if it's not the first couple weeks, down the stretch, you're gonna have a monster.
So right now they have him at. Let's see here.
And you were saying too how they wanted him. McVay wanted him. He loved him. They were actually thinking about trading up to get him, but they didn't have too many picks, so they kind of took a gamble to see if he'll fall to them.
Yep.
And he did. He fell right in their lap. They picked him right away.
Which is good, which is what you want to hear. And, I mean, Darrell Henderson didn't really show much, in the time that he got. So
he's not the biggest guy either.
Yeah, that's true. He said I like that. So, no, they have him right now. We're looking. Cam Akers is 53.3.
It's like 5th.
So 5th round, is where they have him right now. They got DeAndre Swift at 40. So they have him about a round.
That sounds about
around
right
ahead
for now, right? Because you can say 12 backs, the receivers start to come in. You're gonna mix them in with like those 15 to 20 range receivers, and then you got the quarterbacks and some tight ends.
Yeah. The irony is they have Cam Akers at running back 20 and Gurley's 21. So they're already like, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, I think Akers will probably outperform Gurley.
Yeah, hopefully those knees are better than Gurley's. I mean, look at this. We'll see. Hopefully we have a season. Hopefully minicamp comes around and he can take the job even maybe in preseason to where you can get him that, like you were saying, Anthony, he can win the job and then the ADP will jump up like you said too.
And we know clearly. That's when it's going to be tricky. Like, I mean, if we don't like these players have like a month to get ready for season, it's good. I highly doubt these rookies are going to be starting at the gates. Yeah. It's going to be all veterans to get the jobs right away because you still have time. I mean, they're not even in the rooms together doing playbooks. I mean, they're probably doing online stuff, but it's like you haven't seen them on the field and pads and all this stuff. So it's gonna it'd be interesting.
Good prospect though. Good landing spot for sure.
Yeah, I do like all these guys for dynasty. I think next year, like even if these players don't have the best this year, I think next year these are going to be 4 guys where we're going to be like, all right, because it's going to like be exciting to have these guys. If you're in a type of keeper league like we are, you get to keep them around. These guys might jump up in our type of drafts
for sure
because we want them next year. So
this could be the Kamara in the 11th. I mean, maybe not that deep, but,
maybe like that.
But I'm saying you can get you a sleeper.
But maybe like instead of taking him in like just say the 5th, you go out and grab him in like one of these guys in like the 4th, or you go a round and a half early, maybe 2. because
sure.
you're still going to get production, and you get to keep these type of guys next year. Because there are a lot of people who do those type of leagues where they keep one guy or two guys.
And they're all young. So
Yeah, definitely one of the better landing spots for the running backs right here, in a prime position to perform.
You could argue the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. And he plays for the Los Angeles.
I don't know about those unis, but I'm curious. I'm curious to see what they look like.
Disgusting.